There be three things which go well. Verse 29. Proverbs 30 from 29. There be three things which do what? They go well. Yeah. 4 are comely in going. A lion, which is strongest among beasts, and turneth not away for any. A greyhound, and he-goat also. And the fourth, what? And the king, against whom there is no rising up. There be three things which go well. Yeah, 4 are comely in going. A lion, which is strongest among beasts, and turneth not away for any. And greyhound, and he-goat also. And the king, among whom there is no rising up. Last Sunday we studied an ecclesia of ministers, right? A church of ministers, a gathering of ministers. And I challenged everyone that we must serve. I also taught what ministry is, which is also in part with what the man of God taught this morning. Meditation. Meditation. After today, I will pause this Ecclesia Series so that we can go with what the Spirit is taking us. And I might go into journey. But let's see first. Let's see. The Lord will help us. Now, what is the name of this church? Imperium Ministry. That means by default, we are supposed to be a what? An ecclesia of kings and queens. Right? In case you didn't know, that's what Imperium means. We are supposed to be Imperium. Royalty, kings, queens, ministry, ministers. So you cannot escape the role of service if you are here. We are not concerned with people that confess. Now any Christian can say, I am a king, I am a queen. Because by heritage of your salvation, you are a king, you are a queen. Because the lineage you come from, the lineage of Jesus Christ, has 2 kingly. He's the child of 2 kings. The son of 2 kings. The first one is what? David. The second one is what? God. So you come from that lineage and you have what? An ancestry of kingship. Kingship. Royalty. But it is not every king that is a king against whom there is no rising. A king against whom there is no rising. What does it mean? It means that this king is so powerful, you cannot rise against him. Like God, Satan tried. God sent Michael. It's Michael that you rose him. His level was at least a little bit at Michael, but Michael still beat him. So even with all of his pride that he thought he was the best, there was a prince that was still stronger than him. And I doubt Michael is the strongest prince in heaven. I doubt. So, there are kings against whom there is no what? Rising. It means you are so high in power. You are so high in stature. You are so high that anything that is rising against you cannot really rise against. It's rising beneath you. That is the thing that goes well. You cannot just be a king from out. I'm a king, I'm a queen, I'm a king, I'm a queen. Where is your kingship? You're acting like a commoner, like a peasant. You know, there are many Christians that carry crown for head. And they are dancing to skelewu. They have crown on their head. Crown is there. You say, I'm king, I'm queen. But you are dancing to skelewu. You carry Jesus. You know, sometimes I sorry for my God. My God, he goes through a lot. You carry him inside you. You dance to baby. Dance to rubbish. You carry God inside you, you curse, you swear. You know well for you, your papa, your mama, no better for you ever. You be mumu, idiot, fool. But God is inside you. You are a king. Have you ever seen where a king is cursing, better for you? You are a fool, you are a mama, your papa, it doesn't happen. Even if kings are angry, when kings are angry, they make decrees. They don't insult now. That is lowly. That is a sign of powerlessness. When kings are angry, they don't insult. You make a king angry. What will it do? What will it do? Take him to the dungeon. Simple. Take him away. Take him away. Oh, that one is even good. Others will just kill them. God's own self, we don't even know when he wants to kill, when he does not want to. His own is the worst. If you make God angry, you don't know whether he wants to pardon you or whether he's just killing immediately. There was a parable that Jesus gave. I was so shocked. The parable of the wedding ceremony. When he sent his servants, he was ready for his wedding. His son was ready for his wedding, which is a metaphor. Okay, I don't know what metaphor. I said they don't know what metaphor. You tell me to use allegory. A representation of what? The final wedding feast that will be in heaven when Christ marries his bride, which is what? The church. So, Jesus was giving that example. He said, finally the wedding was ready. So he sent his servants and said, go and invite all these noblemen and the governors and the aristocrats and all the big people that all things are ready. The wedding is prepared. The people didn't come. They said some of the people even killed some of the servants. So he got angry and killed those people that killed those servants. This is God though. So when finally he sent some of the servants to go and gather, he said anybody that is willing, roadside, anywhere, go and gather them and come. Now, you would think, there's something that made me to say this story. You would think that since they are coming from the roadside, then he will not care what they wore. But one of the people that was coming from the roadside wore a garment that was not for wedding. He was angry. He cast him away to outer darkness. That is a king. You don't play with a king. That is why we tell people, stop joking with God. You don't know what will happen next. I think the Igbo said if you are eating with a big man, use long spoon. Long one. Don't come near. Don't come near. So that is how a king is. A king against whom there is no rising. But Christians, people rise against them every day and overcome them. Not just rise. They don't even need to rise. It's funny. Why is it that people can rise against you? Because you don't... I remember I thought the king and his kingdom a while back. I thought the king and his kingdom, the priest and his priesthood. That was last year. I still remember. We had not started recording then, but I thought it. And I remember that I told you that the full duty of the king is to what? Who remembers? To follow. When I gave the example of Abraham, what made him a king amongst men? That God called him and he followed. Mama, you are remembering now? So you know you were there. The reason why there is rising up against the so-called Christians that are supposed to be children of God is that they are not following. But you are not following me. You don't know what it means to follow. You know you cannot serve God and mammon, right? You cannot serve two masters. So whoever is chasing their dreams, you have made dreams for yourself. You want to become the next president of Nigeria. And you are working, you are putting in the work and you are chasing your dreams. Do you know you are not serving God? I'll say it again. You know, if you say something like this, people will start It's Satan that brought that doctrine of chase your dreams. I'll tell you now, I'm on mic. You cannot chase your dreams and chase God at the same time. You can do one of two things. One, you either, as a Christian, you either chase your dreams and then you carry Jesus along. He's not leading. That is what many Christians do. They set goals, chase it, and carry Jesus along. That is why I said sometimes I sorry for Jesus. He's just there. A king. You carry him for paladin. You are doing your own thing. Carry him. In fact, you are supposed to be, when you carry Jesus for head, it doesn't mean that you are the one leading. If you read how creatures that carry God in the Bible operate, they carry him, he leads them. He mounts them as his right and moves them around. Read Psalms, read Ezekiel for a more vivid representation. I love Ezekiel. Read Ezekiel. I think that's Ezekiel chapter 2 or so. Oh, 1. Okay. Amen. So most Christians, they say you can't serve God and mammon. They quote it, but they are serving what? Mammon. Because they are serving their dreams. And so there's rising against them. If you have not yet understood duty as a Christian, your kingship is invalid. Because your royalty, you did not, assuming you fought for your crown with your own power, then you can do what you want. But your crown was given to you as a what? Gift. Therefore, the person that gave it to you will control how the crown is used. That's just how it is. Should I say? Look at all the countries that the US gave independence. What happens? They are the US what? Puppet states. Including Israel. Till now, Israel is the US. It's like another US state in the Middle East. That is why the Middle East people hate. That's one of the reasons though. So as long as there is another power that gave you that crown, that power will control how you use it. So if you don't follow that power, you become what? A weakling. No matter how you try, you can pray and fast for days. You will feel power, but they will still be rising against you. So you see, there's difference between, most Christians are on the ground. They don't fly. All their operations are from the ground. Then some are what? Some jump sometimes and then land back. They jump, land. And some are suspended. Some are going up. That is the best. Just keep going up. But you can only go up when you have submitted yourself to God. You cannot chase your dreams with God alone. You will chase God, then He will give you dreams. And whatever God tells you to do is always 10 times better than what you were trying to do. I tested it myself. I ran away from Mike. For years, from when I was small, I knew, now Mike, I go home. But I ran away. I said I want to be a tech bro. I began to study tech. I studied tech, studied it. The Lord was laughing. You are just wasting your time. Assuming I started back then. You're just wasting your time. I ran. I had a dream. Even beyond, tech bro was the start. I told you now, you were shocked. My brother was shocked with that kind of dream. He was so shocked. And the way I was pursuing the dream, he told me, Pascal, calm down. My eyes were always red. It's now that you are talking to me, I will hear you. Ask him. That time I can walk from here to house. I did not see the road. My mind was always on something. I can see you, but I'm not seeing you. My mind was on the dreams, the goals, the plans, what I'm doing. Until finally God came and said, stop this rubbish. And then when he finally gave me a dream with one verse, give you them to eat. You know, sometimes somebody can read one verse apart, but he just gave me, give you them to eat. When I read that verse, studied it, that was where I got my ordination. Studied it, that's where I got. That's meditation, like he was telling you this morning. Give you them to eat. You might not understand, but I cannot explain it to you. You have to get the revelation. So from there, he gave me his own dreams. And then his own body. And I saw that it was 10 times better than all the things that I was trying to do before. Everything, it was better than it. I said, I will say it again. You cannot chase your goals and carry God along and be a king against whom there is no what? Rising. You will be a king, oh, sure, because your kingship is what? By the degree of, forgetting the word, but it's a function of your salvation. That is your kingship. It is from what? Your salvation. So you will still be a king, but you will be like Saul after God had left him, where an evil spirit came to always trouble him, because now there was a rising up against him. Did you ever hear where evil spirit troubled David? No, sir. David was driving away evil spirit from when he was small. By what? Playing songs. And we utter a dark saying. By playing songs on his harp. But an evil spirit was continually rising up against Saul. And finally, Goliath could rise against him. Because he has left his what? Duty. Assuming he was following, David, the king that was following, he did not have all the armor. He did not have the kingdom. But Goliath couldn't do what? Rise against him. Goliath was big. He was small. But he saw that Goliath was what? Nothing. Because he knew that he was what? Elevating. I had a revelation where I was flying as a king. I've never flown at that. It was after the Saturday prayer yesterday. I've never flown at that speed before, Jesus Christ. See speed. I was moving along with another of the pastors. So we were angry. Somebody did something. I was the most angered. Because it was me that gave the woman the chance to do it, because I was too kind-hearted. You know, kings should be kind-hearted, yes. But know when to cut off somebody's head. God knows when to do it. The sword in a king's hand is not decoration. It's not prop. It's always sharp. It's not wooden. It's sharp. It's for action. It's for action. So I was very lenient in that dream. I helped the woman. As I finished helping the woman turned against me, began to do all the witchcrafts. I was so annoyed, Jesus Christ. I didn't know when I tore her to pieces, took her leg and was hitting it everywhere, flying with the leg, throwing it about. And then I got angry and decided to go and destroy the kingdom she was coming from. Me and that other king. But there was a problem. Let me tell you the problem. Why I got so angry when the revelation finished. As we were flying, we saw some other Christians, brothers and sisters in Christ that were on the ground holding prayer meeting. That other king that was with me said, let's join them to pray. I said, we are going somewhere. These people, they are not our mates. It's not every prayer meeting that you join. It's not that they are sinners. They are Christians. They are on the ground. They are not for me. The person pulled me down. And we joined hands with the person. But I not agree. I elevated, said on the air, held hand. I said, that person don't land, finish. Because that person is somebody that I respected, I landed too. As soon as I landed, all the fire that I had vanished. The Christians that were praying, they were praying with, but they were too cold for me. It's not by speaking and groaning. Their cold entered me, and I lost the fire that I was moving with. So that kingdom survived. It survived. And the Christians there that were the so-called, they were so cold that the man of God that was flying with me that held one girl's hand there and was praying. Prayer meeting, the girl don't read the quarter I give her. They try to get your attention to see that she's a fine girl. Because that is the kind of people that are on the ground now. Once you leave the ground, you don't have time for that again. That is the kind of people that are on the ground. It's not, you can fly. He has told you before by speaking in tongues. But to stay there, it's not only speaking in tongues. It's consecration, service, submission, everything. You cannot stay there if you are not submitted to God. You will come back down. Because when you reach there, they will realize, who is this person? They will come to meet you. Who are you? How is your kingship? What is going on? My names are so and so demon. I come from so and so kingdom. What is your name? Then you tell them your name. It's like there's a strange fire. I thought strange fire before. It's like there's a strange fire. Oh, they push you down. down. Then you charge up again. You see, that's why Christians' lives are like what? A pendulum. Just like this. They are up today, they are down the next day. The next day they are up, the next day they are down. Because they don't understand what? Duty. You can't serve dreams and God. You can't serve goals and God. We had goals. We had goals. I was a young man that wanted to become, he's a Christian rapper right now actually. But his dreams, he was following something else. And so he wanted to blow. Blow quick. Then it got to a point. He said God met him and told him what? Throw it away. So he calmed down. As he calmed down, that man is the fastest rising Christian rapper right now. Harvey. Check it now. When did he come? No, when did he come? Look at the people that came before him. Where are they? They are still playing. Because their dream is what? Money. You know their song. The reason why God made us to stop listening to their songs was that though they were Christians, and though in their songs they were praising God, but you will see that in their songs, their goal is what? Money. So we have to stop listening to them because they began to influence us to chase money. But they were Christians, yes. But they are not kings. Okay, they are kings, but there's rising up against them. There's opposition. Always opposition. There's all those kind of people that will spend their life fighting witches. Witch. You know why? Because they cannot fly above the witch. They will fly today. The witch has been defeated. Because they are now above. They'll fall down the next day. The witch will come back, say, how far? How far now? It's not be you don't come down, so. How far? Understand your duty. As a king, as a queen. Your authority comes from where? God. To exercise the authority, you must be in what? Total submission. I will keep, if you notice, for 1 year, my message has been what? Submission. I'll keep preaching it because Christians refuse to submit. They refuse. There was one guy we were talking about a sin that affects most boys these days. Mostly boys and some girls. Masturbation. So the boy was trying to give us, all those theories, all those many theories that people tried, it didn't work. So you need to know the root cause. You need to know. We told, me and another pastor, we told him that the problem is what? Surrender. We told him the problem is what? Surrender. You know, Pastor Favor said that there was something he was struggling with then. And the Holy Spirit came to him and said, Favor, yield. He did not understand that he had not yet submitted. He still had goals to become international poets. International poets, build school, teach people, teach them how to write. Until he stopped all that rubbish, he was not free. I'm telling you the truth. The bar was rising. Honestly, in almost 1 year, Indians were looking for him. Americans were looking for him. God just came, close it. Because he knew that if he continues on that path, he will not go far. You will think you are going far. Until you get to a point, you will see somebody that is your mate, but it's not your mate. I thought, oh God, I was so ashamed. I thought, I saw one boy. The boy is younger than me. He's still in school now, 300 level. This boy's anointing, they intimidate me. This boy is not normal. For a long time, I was denying that this boy was at a higher level than me. I kept denying it because I did not want to believe that there was another source of oppression apart from my house. I did not have to believe, but the boy was there. And every day the boy was climbing until he finally admitted this boy is higher than. He's already at a higher level than me. Why? Because for some years, 5-6 years, I was what? Chasing dreams. Now, as a king, if it's because you have your goals, that is why you don't have your majesty as a king. You know, a king has majesty. When Jesus comes, whenever Jesus appears in his glory, you will, even if it's small glory, you will not know when you start to worship. Sometimes you start crying. You know, if you have not reached the point where your body is now moving on its own in the presence of God, then that means you have never jammed the glory of God. Because when you hit the glory of God, that His majesty, it will hit you. It will hit you. It will hit you. Just last month, end of last month, okay, mid last month, I didn't know that a full-grown man like me that has seen hardy things could cry like a baby. I was praying one day in my room. No, I was listening to one song that I had listened to for years. My heart is overwhelmed. This song. It overwhelmed my soul. I cried. For hours I was crying. I cried so much, not that tears, as in I was literally crying. I cried, entered tongues, cried out of tongues. Tongues was not working to stop the cry. I entered tongues, cried that back out. When you jam the majesty of God, you will be compelled to worship. That is how a Christian is supposed to be. But most Christians, there's rising against them. Instead of, for example, me to compel you to reverence me, my presence now, you just saw me and say, see this one, now you want to fight me. It means you don't have any fear of me. The majesty is not there. There are many reasons, many theories. One of them is what? You have not submitted. So because the majesty is spiritual. The second one is what? You have not submitted. So you don't know how to act. That is why you carry your crown fornicated. And now you're asking God for forgiveness. No problem. You will make heaven. No problem. That is why you carried your crown. That is, you don't die inside. That's why you carried your crown and you lied. You say, I'm doing it. I know why I get why they do them. White lie. Thank you, ma. It's a white lie. This product is good. Mama, it's good. Let me tell you, it's good. It's good. You know good. There are some things in our store that have spoiled because we refuse to sell them because they were not good. But some people, it's not good. No worry, good. Let me tell you. You come back, Mama, this is no good. No be here you buy them from. No be here, Mama. Some Christians, our sisters in Christ, women of God, Christians, that day, the 100 naira fell, and the whole market wanted to die because of it. 100 naira fell from somebody. The woman was jumping. Hold on. Then my mom saw it. How much was it? I don't think it was 100. 200. So my mom saw it when it was falling. And she said, who get that money? 200. Who get that money? Money don't fall. I'm on a so quiet this statue. All of them face my mama. What did they want? What your eye reached there? They are all Christians. They are all Christians. They are women of God. When pastor comes to pray, they will pay offering. They will say, my children shall not cry. I shall not cry. Just because she said, who get that money? They were so angry. They still came later to meet her. Your eye did they see? My mom. You don't know. See, you know, today, this morning when they were telling you that if you lie 5 times, the spirit of lying will come. You can no longer stop lying. You thought it was a lie. You started by what? You thief fish. You thief small money as children. You went to sell. You didn't return all the money. Before you know, you are stealing pig milk. You are stealing pig milk. You bought something of 50K. You stole pig milk. People do it. You are stealing stone. You took stone from somebody's store. The person said, "Now my stone." You say, "No, see where I see him." Why? Stone. You are stealing stone. In the market, every day, they steal stone. Somebody brought back stones. And you call yourself a queen. You are embarrassing God that gave you that position. You call yourself a queen for where your queenship reached. Which queen? You must be high. You must be high. And you must remain at that height. You can't come down. Even if, for anything, you cannot come down. For anything, you cannot come down. You can't. You carry your crown, you enter club. You bought pop champagne. They say 2 bottles for the wine. 1 for the other one. Carry your crown, you move to the latest jam. As you are moving to the jam, the demons are rocking with you. And they will then, as you rock up, they will start teaching you dance steps. You become so good. You say, "Now, so my blessing want to come." Yeah. Ask. Mama, it's part of the message. Let me tell you why. I've taught it before. When I taught what? The words that his mother taught him. The sayings of what? King Lemuel. Proverbs 31. It's not the place that you're trying to quote. You know, people, there are many Christians that says there's no wrong to take stout. They are not reading their Bibles. Because many places in the Bible, God talks against what? Wine and drink. It's very many. in Hosea, God said what? Wine has taken the heart of people away from me. In many places he said it, but let's just use this one first. This one, Abi. Now, remember I already told you that through your salvation in Jesus, you are already a king and a queen, Abi. 31. The words of King Lemuel, the prophecy that his mother taught him. Verse 2, Proverbs 31. Proverbs 31. Proverbs 31. The words of King Lemuel, the prophecy that his mother taught him. Verse 2. What, my son? And what, the son of my womb? And what, the son of my vows? Give not thy strength unto what? Women, nor thy ways to that which destroyeth what? Kings. Verse 4. It is not for kings, O Lemuel. It is not for kings to drink wine, nor for princes strong drink, lest they drink and forget the law, and pervert the judgment of any of the afflicted. Give strong drink unto him that is ready to perish. Okay. Our daddy just gave me Zechariah. Okay, no. Habakkuk. Habakkuk 2:15. Woe, cost, woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that puttest thy butter to him, and makest him drunken also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness. That's club life. You know, we don't read Habakkuk. A mistake. Okay, 16. Thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory. Hey, I did not see this before. Wow. Habakkuk 2:15 and 16. Proverbs 31 verse 1 to what? 7. To 7. 7 is what? Let him drink and forget his poverty and remember his misery no more. It's a continuation. So we see that if a king should drink, he has fallen. He has fallen. She has fallen. And there shall be what? Much rising against her. And much what? Overcoming. Because, you know, Christians this morning, they said, we don't have what? Devotion. We don't have devotion. Please show me the Buddhist monk that drinks. Buddhist monks don't marry. They don't drink. Have you seen Buddhist monks? They don't marry. They don't drink. They don't eat meat. No matter how sweet you cook that meat, no matter how it's smelling, they will not taste it. They don't eat meat. They don't grow their hair. Their hair. So always a bolo. Once it's grown, they cut it off. And they are the masters of meditation. Do you remember that book? You didn't read it. A Buddhist book that I was reading. Two people joined a Buddhist monastery. The first one couldn't become a monk. Why? He had his own goals. And he liked girls. The second person that joined with him, his younger brother, that one didn't have any goals for life. He just wanted to connect with that realm. He don't know waiting be girl to him. He don't know. When he takes, as soon as he stepped into the place and the higher monks saw how he was behaving. They started dragging him. Who will train him? Because they saw that this one had potential. That one, his elder brother, that one could easily start meditating. You know, he told you this morning that meditation is hard to do. Because as a human being, your mind will what? Distracted. The younger brother could easily enter meditation. The elder brother asked him, how do you do it? He said, when I'm sweeping, my mind is on sweeping. When I'm sitting, my mind is on sitting. When I'm walking, my mind is on what? Walking. When I lie down, my mind is on lying down. That is what? A single-eyed person. So the guy grew so fast. Now that person was expelled. The other brother was expelled from the monastery because he could not keep their laws. But that guy was keeping everything. Now, this is you stand inside you see the Buddhist monks, they make all those their statues. You mock them, they get high, but they know they see you go drink. Now you know they see. Say it.
Amen.
Amen.
I forgot the day, but it was last week. We booked a boat ride. How many of you know boats? That cab that they book with app on phone. Boats. So we booked a boat ride, and the young man drove inside, and we entered the car, 3 of us, and we started talking. Then somehow he managed to redirect our conversation to women. So he started, but as he was driving, he was drinking. So he was talking, and anytime we want to change the topic, he will change it back to women, how that a man that has money can easily get many women. He was giving us advice on how to live that kind of life. He told us that was the life he lived when he was in school, that he attended this campus that we are coming at, and that's where he went. That he attended so and so departments. He went for his master's in, I think he said 2021. So he's a master's degree holder, but he's driving boats. Question is why? It's not Nigeria, I will tell you. He said that Nigeria is very frustrating, that's why he's drinking this thing now. That when he was in school, that his project and his thesis, he gave it to the woman that was supposed to be his wife to write. He was repaying her with, I won't say it, but you know what he was repaying her with. And then she was writing one chapter, her friend was writing one chapter, he was also repaying that one. Another friend was writing one chapter. So many girls were writing the project for him, and he was, you understand, paying them back. So that was the kind of life he lived in school. He was a drinker and a fornicator. And now, even with his master's degree, he's still frustrated. And even as we were going to the place, we told him, enter main gate, enter Ugbo campus, pass through main gates. He took us through back gates. We didn't know why. We dared not confront him because the guy looked like a strong man. We didn't know why. So when he got there, he stopped by the checkpoint, and one girl there brought out the card that they usually give them. And as she wanted to collect it, she drew it back. So they started playing. So that was when we realized that he took us through back gate because of a woman. We told him, pass main gate. You took your customers through back gates. Then he stopped us there and said that we should please trek to main gates. So the man's life is useless. Even with his master's degree, his life is useless. Because he's drinking, and the only thing he knows is just drink and women.
You see, the Bible also says that what? Wine is a mocker. A king. Kings, your mind must be what? Sober, always. Pastor Isaac taught for how many Sundays? Sobriety. He taught it, many people didn't understand. Your mind must be what? Sober, always.
In World War II, what made Hitler lose? He had mental issues. That was the truth. He had mental issues because his mind was affected because his body had some problems. So he was rash, took some decisions that he was not supposed to take, and in the end, he lost the war. Stalin, the dictator of the Soviet Union, climbed to power. His mind was not okay. What did he do? He killed all his generals. All the strong generals that fought in World War I, killed all of them. Because he felt that they were coming for his position. He just killed. He killed so much. They say he killed more of Russians than Germans did. Killed. We're just killing people. This person is against me. Kill the person. Because his mind was not okay. Churchill, Prime Minister of Britain during World War II. That guy did smoke. He's known as one of the best wartime leaders right now. But the guy took some kind of decisions during that war that my drunkard. And the problem with leaders, any of those their drunkard decisions that they take, thousands of boys will die. Hundreds of thousands of boys will die. Because they are the leader seat. They will just say, let's do this. They will send soldiers. Sometimes in one day, they will lose what? 50,000 boys. The next day, this is thousands of boys. That is why a king's mind must be normal. You can't let anything influence your mind. You can't. That is why we tell you stop listening to secular music. Because secular music has a poisonous effect on your mind. It poisons your mind. And you will not know. Because the poison is not the one that you taste and you start. No. It's not meant. It changes you. And you think you are wise. You think you are wise. But then you stop watching movies like this. You keep watching them. You think you are wise. Before you know, you start accepting those things. Hollywood pushed wayward living for so long. Every Nigerian youth now lives wayward. And it's normal. If you want to not live wayward, you are a fool that is abnormal. Because they have watched it so much. They don't even know why they are doing it anymore. They are not sure. Why do you have a girlfriend? You don't know. Why do you have a boyfriend? You don't know. It's normal. You must have. See, school that I'm teaching, secondary school, GSS, they have boyfriends and girlfriends. Some of them have children. It's serious. They came to school that day. Girl in primary 4 didn't was skirt that reached here. I didn't say Nika herself, skirt. She's where it reached. He did that one no reach, she still pulled it up. Primary 4. Don't let things poison your mind. You don't agree. Where did she see that in? Music videos. They put children there that dance naked. You show your children because you are wicked. I think I've said it before. Even Cardi B that dances naked. She was dancing to her song one day. Her child came in. She stopped the song. Cardi B herself. And she's the most profane artist on earth. The most spoiled, rotten thing I've seen. I'm serious. I've not seen something more rotten than that. She even passed her master. You know, it was Nicki Minaj that brought her. She has passed her now. She passed her master now. When they asked her why she didn't, they say, okay, so you don't let she said, no ma, I don't let my children listen to it. So if you let your children, it's your own, her own songs. Because she knows the effect. But you see small children today, they are listening to your waist from my eye, your breast, your this one. Foolishness, and the parents are happy, they are dancing with them. They came to graduation that day.
in the school, they were playing rubbish music. The parents were dancing with the children because you don't have sense. Tomorrow the children will become wayward. You say, I don't know how to control this boy. How will you control him when an evil spirit is stronger than you? The evil spirit is already controlling him. How will you defeat the evil spirit when the evil spirit is controlling you too? See, it goes well when there is no rising against what? A king. In fact, I'm deviating. I'm trying to go back. There's no point. Let's close up.